I initially got into disc golf at age 6. I was riding my bike in Grass Valley, California, and I found a green Cyclone. From there, my neighbor Clint had played a little bit. He's a police officer now in town, but he knew what the game was, so I kind of went over there with Clint and we started to play some rounds. I met some guy at the course. He traded me 2 discs for the 1 disc that I had, so I thought that was a great deal at like age 7. So that was when I really started to find out how much I loved the game, because I had 2 different discs. One went straight, one hooked to the right. And I first started throwing flick, just being so young. So that's kind of how I got into it. And then as I got a little bit older, I realized that there was a cool community around, and you know, my parents were cool with it. We lived right next to the park, so I could walk over to the course. They didn't have to drive me, and I feel like that was also a really big catalyst to being able to excel early, because I had time to practice, and I didn't have to have my parents drive me to the course or anything like that. So for that reason, I really started to fall in love with the game, because I could play it so much. I could really I found the joy in the game early. Well, I mean, practice makes perfect, right? Or what I like to say, practice makes more practice. If you can just stay in that, you know, it just depends on a mindset. This is a game that comes down to the fairway up here. It's not really, you know, you can work your fundamentals as much as you want, but you really have to have the mindset to want to go and test yourself again and again and again. My biggest and most, I think the most important thing for younger players or newer players that are just finding the sport or the game is to start with slower discs. Start with some discs that maybe aren't the super fast one, and learn how they fly. Maybe go on YouTube and find some instructional videos and, you know, kind of start to chisel their form a little bit. It takes some time. A lot of the great players these days have been doing it for 10 plus years. It's like anything. It takes practice and kind of a little bit of resolve sometimes, because sometimes you got to get worse before you get better. I've definitely found that out the hard way. I don't think everybody knows I'm a world champion.
Really?
I don't think so. There's so many new players. I mean, I have people coming up to me like, wait, you played with Paul? Oh my gosh, you played with Paul? What's it like playing with Eagle? Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? It's all good, you know, and that's...
Just saying, that's pretty cool when he watched me win that world.
Right, totally. I'm sure he was enjoying himself now. But anyways, I just had to interject there. It happens all the time. You'd be amazed.
Crazy.
You'd be amazed. My motivation to keep playing after winning the Worlds is, more than anything, is to prove it again. You know, a lot of people maybe saw that as a fluke or something that they didn't see coming. I saw it coming, and if people look back in the standings, they can see I got 2nd place at 3 majors prior to that, 2 of them by 1 throw. So I've been on the precipice of the greatness before. You know, to be able to do that again would be really nice. But then there's another side of me that really wants to be able to give back to the game, like kind of like the guys did, you know, back home. A lot of my mentors, you know, they kind of took me under their wing a little bit and showed me a little bit of right from wrong. I mean, everybody has their life and what they do, but you know, I've been really fortunate to have disc golf as this thing that kept me out of other stuff in life. You know, like bad crowds, or you know, people that aren't positive that are around you. I mean, you're going to find that in anything, but disc golf has really been a nice platform for me to express myself and really push myself to see what I'm capable of. You know, a lot of the extreme sports, I broke my ankle skateboarding when I was 15, and that was it for skateboarding. You know, it wasn't going to happen. So my motivation now is to not only give back to the community, be able to play really well at high level events, you know, leave legendary performances wherever I go. A lot of times that's kind of one of those things where I get that chip on my shoulder where I'm like, you've never seen anything like this. You've seen everybody else. You've never seen what I can do. So that, and you know, eventually I'd like to maybe delve into the business side of disc golf a little bit more and maybe open up my own shop or have my own academy where I can bring young kids from all around the world and help kids train and hopefully give them a leg up where I didn't have one. Man, more touring. Hey, we get to go on tour more. We'll probably do more Barsby battles. You know, we've been doing more of these PDGA, so you know, you've seen a big spike in players that have a PDGA number now. So I think it's a good idea, and a sanctioned event brings a little bit different energy than a non-sanctioned event does. So we'll probably do a few more sanctioned events. We'd like to host them wherever we go if we can, if we have time. The schedule's filling up a lot. There's so many tournaments to play, it's insane. So trying to squeeze these in the midweeks. And really, I think finding some of the sweetest courses to play too. That's another thing, like finding really fun courses, whether it's fun for the locals or fun for, you know, as far as a real challenge. You know, there's different ways to have fun. I mean, I like a little good mix of both.
Yeah.
I like to enjoy it. Like today, we're at Ford Park. This is a really enjoyable course. Everybody can throw their disc pretty freely out here. There's other courses, they're really, really hard. People get frustrated. But that's why we don't want to have like huge tournaments. These are, again, a great stepping stone events, right? Like, and these help keep me moving down the road. You know, if it wasn't for the Barsby battle last year, I don't think it would have been as successful of a year as it was. But with meeting everybody and like seeing people again, and you know, you get to kind of recollect on the good times, but then, you know, you get to have some more. And there we are again, back out at the course, right? Just testing our skills like every day. Never goes away. Skills are always have to be chiseled. So that's the idea with the battle, and that's kind of where I'll go from here, you know? I'm gonna keep playing big events. I'm gonna keep making big putts, you know? That's it.
Sure.
Man, I haven't spent too much time in Shreveport, but I really appreciate the people. When I did come out last time, I caddied for my girlfriend. Today it's the Barsby battle. I'm super excited to be here. We have a nice crowd today. I hope everybody enjoys the course. It looks like the weather might hold off for us. It's supposed to rain. I really wasn't too stoked on that, but we're looking good. So yeah, big shout out to everybody that came out today. And that's, you know, hopefully you guys enjoy some of the shots. I'm gonna do a little, I think I'm gonna go set up the ace pot too. I have a little surprise for most of the players. So we'll see.
What's
Cool.
it like playing with Paul McBeth?
Well, it's like playing with you. It's like playing with you, right? Like, imagine if you were playing, and then like, you were Paul McBeth, right? And then like,
if I just started playing today, then I'm playing.
and then like, we go out, and now we don't even have to write the scores down. We used to have to write the scores down, and then we would like add up who did the best at the end, and then like that's what it's like to play with him, you know? A lot of guys don't know. I mean, I met Ricky when I think Ricky was like 17 or something in, Medina, Ohio. I mean, I met Paul McBeth when he was like 14 or 15 down in SoCal, you know. I met Shoestrick when he was like 13 or 14, you know. So a lot of guys are like, how was it playing with this dude? I'm like, bro, this dude didn't even drive. What are you talking about? This guy didn't even have a driver's license when I met him. But yeah, it's always a good time playing with those touring guys. Sometimes it gets a little tense, but that's part of the game. I mean, that's sports, you know, so I'll see him at the next one.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, awesome, for sure. I think that one.